And we're live. Here we are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Countdown. There's no countdown, everybody. This is free.
Yeah.
Free, whatever. For whatever free this is.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, whatever works. That's right. That's right. Welcome to Inside the Booth. This is the reView Geek Talk Show. With here, I am Dan the Law, and today we have Shawn from Try to Finish Something as the other host tonight, because the other two guys said they were busy and it was a rough night and so on.
I get it. It's close to a holiday, so
a
lot of people have a lot of plans. So
they do. It's unfortunate for those guys who have plans.
Yep.
Because now we're here, just me and you.
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
Not a problem.
Not a problem. Here, let's say hello to, I think Uncle Mike is on. He's your friend. He's our friend going to do. Yeah, Uncle Mike. You could just say hi.
Hello.
We got Scattered Night here with Phil. I keep forgetting that that's Phil TMNT, but he's now
a great cover photo for him.
Yeah, it is for sure. I love it. Hello, love it ever after. She comes on sometimes.
Yeah.
And then Terry, what's up? From South Dakota. She's kind of a new friend that I met on Facebook. She originally lived in the town that I'm living in now, and now she's in South Dakota, and she's a part of a Ghostbusters group out there.
Ah, nice.
So that's how I got to find her on Facebook, and I was like, I'll just add her. I add random people that have Ghostbuster stuff on there.
Yeah, I get it. Next thing you know, though, I add a lot of random people myself, but you never know with Facebook. It's like I always click first to make sure that they've had some posts or they have similar things on their posts. Or next thing you know, you're like, what chat am I in and why? I don't know what happened.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And then we got Monkey Box 123. Ola, he says, plans and schemes. Yes, we have plans and schemes. Always. I think everybody's got plans and schemes for holidays.
Yeah.
What is it? In 2 days it'll be Thanksgiving, and then we won't do another show till the last Tuesday of next month, which would be the 29th, which is after Christmas.
Yeah.
So I guess we skip 2 holidays and we do one after.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Favorite part of Thanksgiving, Dan?
My favorite part?
Yeah.
Probably when everything's done. Okay. And over,
When it comes to food, what is your favorite part?
It used to be my grandma's stuffing.
Okay.
And then now here's a question. Do you call it stuffing or do you call it what do they call it? Dressing, right?
I go with stuffing, but I do have family members that call it dressing, but I go with stuffing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's weird because I've heard it both ways, and I've heard someone explain when it's stuffed in the turkey, it's stuffing, but when it's not and it's cooked separate, that's the dressing.
Makes sense.
Dresses up your plate or something. I don't know.
Now, did your grandma do a breadcrumb version or a cornbread version?
Breadcrumb.
Okay. All
right. But I don't know how she did it back in the old days. It was like, I don't know, it was different than like what you buy at the store or when other people did it and stuff. So it was different, and I liked it better for some reason. Yeah. And I don't know if I have that recipe, so I don't think I'll ever have it again because my grandma's too old to make it now. So she just see it. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where it's like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah. There was probably 3 or 4 years ago. My wife was always talking about how her great grandma used to make a cornbread stuffing. And so we tried to to find a recipe and make one, and no
didn't
one
turn
liked
out
it.
as
It didn't
good.
come out the way they wanted. It was a different recipe. We just found one
Right.
online. It was just something random that we tried, and I didn't want to make a bunch of cornbread just so I could crumble it up. So I cheated, and I went and bought cornbread muffins, and it was just a abomination. It didn't work.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Scatter Knight says 2 guys look like $1 million. Thank you, Phil. We appreciate that. And then Monkey says, I nap of the turkey eater. Yes.
Yeah.
And
It's always good when that can happen.
yeah, about to go Bumpus Hound on turkey. Yep, that's about it. Now, is this a myth or is this real? Like when you eat turkey, it really makes you tired and want to sleep? Or is that kind of like just one of those things where you just eat too much, you're tired anyways?
Well, it's probably a combination of both, but there is supposed to be some scientific facts behind it. I don't know how tired it makes you, or if everybody just uses that as the excuse to then go take a nap. But
Right.
I think there is some reality to that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. There probably is. I forget the name of it. That there's something inside the turkey that makes it supposedly make you tired.
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend of mine that he's not a big fan of turkey and has to load it up with gravy because he thinks turkey's too dry. And his wife and son stopped eating turkey, and he had to make tofurkey for them, which sounds awful.
So gross. Yeah, exactly.
But they're doing some tofu turkey thing, so he's got to bake an actual turkey and then tofurkey for the other side of his own family, and I don't know if I can do that.
Let's suggest to your friend that next time he needs to inject the turkey with all that buttery stuff and then deep fry the turkey.
Now,
and
have
peanut
you ever
oil.
done that?
Yes, I have.
Oh gosh,
yes.
That's something I've always wanted to try. I don't have all the proper equipment to do it, and I've never been somewhere where somebody did do it, but I've always wanted to try a good deep fried turkey.
Yeah, it's when you do it right, it's good. I've burnt it a couple times, and then I've had where I've gotten to the point where, okay, I know when to take it out, because you don't want to take it out too early, and you don't want to take it out too late. It's like a timed thing. You have to be precise, and it has to. But when it does come out right, it's really good, and it's very juicy too.
Is there any kind of a batter on it, or is it just you drop the turkey in the fryer and you go from there?
Yeah, you can season it. You can put some like breading on it if you wanted to. I've just put like the seasoning on top of it, and you just kind of douse it with seasoning and you get it on there as much as you can. Try to get it in, in the crevices and stuff.
Sure.
And then when it's deep fried, obviously some of it comes off when it's frying. But then you get the taste of it when you pull it out and stuff. So yeah, it does help.
So I did morning radio in Sacramento, California forever. I did it for 18 years. And Sacramento is the town where the California State Fair is held. And so it goes on for like, let's say 2 months. And so every year when the state fair was going on during the summer, after we got off the air on our morning show, we would do Fridays with frying different things. And so the state fair was very big on frying different things. So we would try experiments after we got off the air. And with a fryer, we would try and fry our own creations to see what we could come up with. And we would batter dip everything from Snicker bars to Oreos to peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and we would go with things that sounded good, and then we would go with things that sounded terrible. So we would do cough drops, and we would do all of these different things. And then everyone at the radio station would come try all these things that we were frying every time. And turkey was never one because that wasn't a thing at the time. And
interesting.
Yeah. But we fried a lot of really gross things.
That's funny. That's funny. Let's see here. We got Monkey in here saying honey cornbread is like cake mix.
See?
The bomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got honey cornbread person to person. It's your metabolism. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't say that word, but that's the word. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah. Try profane. I can't even say it. Like I know it because I remember saying it before, but I can't.
It's one of those words that when you look at, you can't say it right. You just have to know what it is. It's like when you trip and fall, it's tryptophan. It's like you're a
there
fan.
You go. Yeah. There you go. Tryptophan. That's right. You got it. You got it. What's that say? Spatch cock that bird. The best way cooks in a hour-ish.
I've known people that have done on the barbecue. I've known people that do them in the fryer.
Like a smoked turkey. Have you ever had smoked turkey?
I have. The easiest way though is just you throw it in one of those bags, you put the zip tie on it, and you throw it in the oven, and it's just it's done in a couple hours, which is what we usually wind up doing because we're lazy.
Yeah, that's true. One fair out here sold fried sticks of butter. Ooh. Interesting. You would think the butter would have melted in the frying process.
So the secret, if you ever wind up doing it, is to freeze it. So we thought the same thing about Snickers because we put a Snickers in and it just turned all the fryer oil into just goo. It just but once you freeze it and drop it in there, it works perfect. I had a little bit of dry heaves on a fried cough drop. That did not go over very well at all. That was really bad.
Yeah, probably. It sounds bad. Sounds bad. Yeah. You're all making me hungry. Sorry.
But the Oreo was fantastic. A fried Oreo is really good.
Yeah, yeah. I think I've heard of fried Oreos, and I don't know if I've had one, but I know my son's had one.
Yeah.
And what else? I've had fried ice cream one time. That was interesting to me. Yeah. Because like you said, you got to freeze it first, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's got to be like almost so frozen it's hard as a rock, and then you dip it in. I don't know. Because the ice cream was like not even completely melted in the ball of whatever it was, and then it was weird, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah. As bad as it sounds, the fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich was pretty good. The problem with the cough drop is it became molten hot goo inside of that tasted like the cough drop. So you'd say you had that tempura batter and you had it was just a bad combination, and it was super hot, and it was just bad. It was awful.
Yeah, it sounds bad. Oh man. But it sounds like you had fun though.
Oh, it was always fun.
A bunch of stuff. Yeah,
we would make the entire radio station smell because everything tasted like a fryer, and I mean it was bad, but I mean it was still fun.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, are you a texture? So you had talked about the fried ice cream and it getting too hard. Are you big on textures, or is it just more the taste?
For me, it's always been taste. I think very far in between texture probably will get me, but texture usually doesn't bother me that much.
Okay.
It's always like the taste of it. It's got to taste good. You know, you got to put the right seasoning on it, or you got to cook it just right. And usually it's taste for me.
And I ask because my wife loves like the ice cream cakes. Like if you go to a Baskin Robbins or whatever, and you get like an ice cream cake that has the cake layer and then the ice cream layer, I'm not a fan. I don't, because to me, everything's the wrong texture. Either the ice cream gets too melty or the cake is too frozen, and it doesn't. Yeah. And everybody in my family loves them. I'm just not a fan. It's just a weird.
And then you got that cookie crumble in between everything, and
it's just a weird combination of textures that doesn't work for me.
Right. I get that.
Are you a pumpkin pie fan, or do you like a different dessert around Thanksgiving?
I'm a pie fan all the way through.
Okay.
Anything that's pie, I'll eat it. I'll eat cake, but it's like I'd rather go pie.
Okay.
I'm a pie guy. I
So,
love pies.
do you prefer a pie or a crumble?
I like the crust.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the crust, and not that uh yeah, the what do they call them, crumble ones where it's packed down.
Like a Dutch apple pie or something where
Yeah,
it has
yeah,
like the
or
packed crumble on top.
yeah. Oh, I do kind of like the crunchy stuff on top sometimes.
Yeah.
It depends on which pie it is. Like an apple pie, the crumb on top is good because it gives it that crunch.
Yeah.
Um, the but like if it was like a blueberry pie, regular crust is fine with me. I like that as long as it's like it's not too soft. It can't be like too soft.
Sure.
It's got to be kind of like um flaky. You
Yeah.
got to have that flakiness to the crust to it.
Yeah, and
Um,
pies are tough because also not too far from me is they grow a lot of apples and they have during the season it's Apple Hill is what it's called, where everybody goes
okay.
up, got like different farms where you can buy fresh pies there, and they've got like the lattice work tops and they've got the Dutch apple pies and they've got some mixtures where it has, strawberries and apples and stuff like that. But there's a balance where it's like you have to have that good crispy top that is, like you said, flaky, but
Hmm.
the filling can't be too runny.
Right.
It has to hold its shape so that you don't put it on the plate and it just goes everywhere and then
Right. Right.
it again, it's a texture thing for me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that part. There's a place in this little town nearby us called Naples, and what they do is a grape festival.
Okay.
So everything they do is grape. They do grape pies, grape cakes, and grape. Everything's grape over there.
Mhm.
And the grape pies are amazing.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. You wouldn't think so
No.
because nowhere else have I ever heard anybody say, "Oh, grape pies. Oh, I know how to make
No.
one." Or most people say, "I've never even heard of a grape pie," but it's really good if it's done right. It's really good. But of course, you have to do it the right way,
Sure.
or else it won't taste that great.
Right. Right.
There are people who have made grape pies for me, and it just didn't have that taste, the right taste
Hmm.
to it. And it was like I still ate it and I still appreciated the gift, but it just didn't taste the same.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to cook it a certain way. It's got to be made a certain way. I don't know. It's cool though.
Yeah. Never had
Um,
one. But then there's a lot of festivals near where I am too. I mean, I know that there's like the Gilroy Garlic Festival is one where it's kind of like what you said, where everything's made with garlic and you can
yeah.
get garlic ice cream and you can
Oh,
get garlic,
nice.
all these weird combinations of things that I wouldn't think of putting together like that.
Right, right. And then yet some of them taste really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And you're like, who would
yeah,
have known? Yeah, exactly.
exactly. Yep.
That's cool. That's cool. Let's see here. Apple pie shots too.
Sure.
Shots, yeah, I guess so. The next door to an apple orchard, apple donuts,
Oh, apple
pie,
donuts. Yeah, they've always
caramel
got those and
apples.
they're really good.
Yeah. 47 other apple things. Good stuff. Yeah, that's
Now
good.
I have a question for Monkey Box. Does do you prefer the caramel apple on the stick, or do you like it when they do the slices and then cover the slices? So it's
Mm,
easier to eat, but you get more caramel to apple ratio.
that's a good question.
Yeah.
I personally I like dipping my apples in caramel.
Okay. Yeah, kind of the
That's
same thing.
yeah, yeah.
It's just the apple on the stick is a little harder to eat when it's just covered in the caramel and just a little
Right.
messy, but
Right. It's
it's
kind of like
also
the
part of the fun.
candy apples, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like, and you're like, oh, did I break a tooth?
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny.
Exactly.
I like what Terry says here. Pecan
Agreed.
pie. That's
Yep.
good stuff.
Yeah. It
He says
and I know,
both.
okay.
He said both. The dip at home and the stick when I'm out on the
Yeah.
move. Yeah, there you go.
And I haven't seen one of these in a long time, and this is gonna to date me a little bit, but the little individual pies, they used to sell them. They were about this big, and you could get a pecan pie, and you could get, they used to sell them of all places at like 7-Eleven, and they used to be like beside the register, and they used to have all these small individual sized pies, and I loved the pecan pie that they had because it just had that good, that brown sugary inside with the pecans on top. Those are when I would get desperate, those were always a good slice of pecan pie, all for yourself. It was good.
Right. Well, you're not dating yourself too much because Walmart still does those.
Oh, they do. Okay, good.
Yeah, the little ones. Yep.
All right. I just haven't seen them in like 7-Eleven and gas stations in a while.
Right.
So.
Yeah. It's like they don't. Now you know the Hostess ones where it's like almost like a turnover.
Oh yeah.
A little smaller. They still do those, but they're like so expensive now. It's like I remember when they were only like 25, maybe 50 cents, you know.
Sure.
And I'm like, yeah, I would love getting them every time at the gas station and stuff like that.
Yeah, and is it technically a turnover? Because McDonald's used to have those also, where you could get like the apple pie and you could get all those. I'm not sure what they're technically called.
They in the little packages they call them pies. So I don't know, but they look more like turnovers because it's just like a folded crust or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
On top of itself.
But I mean, it doesn't surprise me that those are more expensive. I mean,
that's like, true.
Taco Bell used to be the go-to if you wanted cheap food. You could go there with $5 and you could get a bag full of burritos and all kinds of stuff. And it's like you get 4 things at Taco Bell now, and it's $25. And it's like,
oh my goodness, is
the quesadilla really $4.70 something? Or it's like it's a tortilla and cheese. But
yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. The munchies, get the college munchies. Tiny pies were awesome. Yep. I want some good spinach artichoke dip with cream cheese. That works. Hostess isn't as good anymore to me. Yeah, that's true too. Hostess isn't as good. You get the Twinkies, it's like not filled anymore. It's like 2 little spots. You gotta eat all the way through before you get to a little cream filling. Remember those commercials? Remember those commercials? Hey, where's the cream filling? Now we can say that to Hostess. Hey, where's the cream filling?
and they used to have a different consistency to the little cake. I mean, they had some moistness to them, and it's like they're just drier now, and they're not the same. They don't put the same kind of quality that they used to.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's for sure. They don't. Hostess went downhill. I think they changed ingredients too. If you look at if you look at the ingredients, it's like I don't know. I think it's more chemicals now than anything.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. That way they could get the reputation of being able to live through a nuclear holocaust.
Right.
I mean, they had to change it to actually keep up with that. Yeah,
that's right. And the new Fallout show, that's what they should have, is some Twinkies on the side or something, you know.
Yeah exactly.
That's funny.
It's like the zombie land where they're trying to find the Twinkies the entire time.
Yeah That was funny. That was a good movie.
Yeah, and every time they thought they had them, all they got was snowballs.
Yeah, snowballs. Yeah. Honestly, though, I think I like snowballs better. I like the coconut. I don't know.
Snowballs were good.
Yeah. I think I like the coconut.
All right. So your preference, ho-hos or ding dongs?
That's a hard one.
It's a ratio thing because they're pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I would have to go with Little Debbie one on that.
Okay.
Switch it. The Swiss cake rolls.
But
it's either way. Ho-hos, ding dongs, Swiss cake rolls. They're better. I don't know if you have ever tried this. They're better if they're frozen. Have you ever frozen?
Not.
You haven't? You should try it. It's pretty darn good.
Now, the ho-ho is like the Little Debbie's, right? Because that's the one that's rolled up.
With the little twist. Yeah.
Similar one to it. Okay.
Yeah. The ding dongs are the more longer ones
Okay.
with the filling inside.
Okay.
Yeah. Ding dongs after nutty bars. Yes.
So now, because the ding dong is more like the cupcake version, right? The
I think
ho ho
so.
is more tubular, and the
Mhm.
ding dong is like the cupcake with the little swirled frosting on top, I think.
Yes, I think. I think. Let me look it up.
I was gonna say I could be getting that wrong. I'm usually good at candy bars, but my Hostess items, I'm not able to randomly recall my childhood all the time with. So
Okay.
like,
Yep. I think you're right.
okay,
The
all
ding
right, maybe I'm
dongs
better
are
than I thought I
more
was.
like. Yep. More like the cakes. With the
Okay,
the stuff on top. The ho
okay,
hos are the twisty ones, like
all right,
like Swiss cake rolls. Yep.
yeah, all right.
I've always been more of a Little Debbie's fan, probably because they were cheaper when I was a kid than
Sure.
the Hostess was. But and and I don't know, and it's all taste too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if the textures are different in other ones, but there are some like cheap knockoffs of
Oh yeah.
either one of them that still taste they taste pretty good.
Sure.
But then some of them don't taste good at all compared to the ones that are not knockoffs. Like sometimes the Hostess tastes worse than the knockoffs.
Sure.
And then, I mean, it's weird how some of that works.
There used to be, right by the radio station that I worked at for a long time, there was a Hostess factory, and they had right by their offices, and that's where they were produced and shipped out all over California. And right by their office part of it, they would have I can't remember what they actually called it, but it was like the didn't quite make it to the wrapper section of it, where it was they were either day old or they had some imperfections. So it would be like the cakes and the little swirl of frosting would be over to the side. So they couldn't ship them out to the stores, and you could go there and get them really cheap, and you could get a bunch of them. So they would have an entire package of the ding dongs, and they would not be centered, and they would sell them for like a quarter of the price. And that place was bad. It's out of business. Bad because it was too good to get there and get them super cheap and get the quality that you wanted and not have to buy a knockoff when that was the one you liked. But yeah.
People are saying churros still awesome though.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Churros are always good.
Okay.
You got that cinnamon, you got the fried bread with the cinnamon. That was always good.
Okay. Yep.
Some people again take that too far. I've seen them like dipped in frosting and sprinkles on them and all of that kind of stuff. I prefer the basic churro with just the cinnamon and sugar and just it's a donut, but you have to curl it around. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, I see that. I almost didn't know what they were. I was like, what's a churro?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I see. When you look at them, you're like, okay, yeah, I know what that is.
Any fair or Disneyland or any of they're going to have churros everywhere.
Oh yeah. My favorite is, I think, fried dough.
Oh yeah.
Fried dough is pretty good. And then you got the funnel cake.
Oh yeah. Where you drizzle that all and it's just a blob of stuff that has like
so it's almost like fried dough but not as dense, so because it's all over. It's pretty good. Hey, look who's here. Lady Redfield. Churro OMG no frills.
Yeah. You got to get the original churro.
Yep.
So are you a donut fan or not a donut fan?
That's tough. There's some donuts I like.
Okay.
But I would rather have like an apple fritter.
Okay.
So, which is kind of in the donut section. So
sure. I mean, if you go to a traditional donut shop, they're going to have the apple fritters and stuff like that.
Right. I would rather go that route. But there are times where I do get the craving for like maybe a Bavarian cream or.
Wow, you are fancy.
Yeah, I know, right? or maybe
Bavarian
just a
cream
glaze.
and
Yeah,
fritters.
yeah, right, right. My goodness, living the high life. Yeah, or there's the glazed donut, or the one, what are they called, those donuts with the peanuts all on them?
Okay.
Just the nutty donut, I guess, or something.
Okay.
But the type of donut that donut is usually almost more like a classic donut, I guess you would call it. Not like,
So
I don't know.
so there's the cake, there's the raised,
The cake,
and then there's the old fashioned.
right. Okay, so I
probably more
think
the
maybe
cake?
it's more cakey. Yeah,
Okay.
more cakey. I do like the old fashioned, but I think the cakey with the nuts on it are pretty good.
You are a conundrum, sir. You don't like cake, but you like the cake donuts.
Right. I don't know why. It's probably what's on them that makes it taste better.
Fair
to
enough.
Me, you know,
Yeah.
That's what it could be. I don't
Okay.
know.
Fair enough.
What about you? What about you?
I'm probably more the old fashioned. I like a chocolate old fashioned.
Okay.
Not as much with the raised donuts. I mean, we in again back in the radio days, we did the grand opening of the first Krispy Kreme donuts that came to Sacramento,
Okay.
and they're all raised, and
Yeah.
they were weird because they
Yeah.
come out on that conveyor belt and they slide through the waterfall of the glaze. And
Mhm.
so as they come through on that conveyor belt, they all get glazed and they're hot, fresh out of the oven.
Mhm.
And those were fantastic just because they were hot and fresh and you got that glaze on them. But
Right.
I didn't like it when they would do the chocolate, because they would take those same donuts and run that glazed donut now through a waterfall of chocolate. And it was too much because it had the chocolate and the glaze on it. But if you go to
Yeah.
like a little small, the pink box donut shops that have just those, I would much prefer those over a mass donut shop, or, getting them at
Right.
Walmart or whatever.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
I call the knotted donuts nope ropes. I don't like nothing besides sugar topped raspberry. Okay.
Ooh, that
Bismarck.
sounds fantastic. Again, another fancy donut. I've never heard of a raspberry. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I had a peanut coated Long John after work today. Oh, nice. There you go. That's the way to do it.
Go to wherever Terry's going to work, because that sounds fantastic after work.
Right. We would all eat the donuts, whatever they are.
That is true.
You all know it.
It's funny,
you're right. You're right. We would all eat them no matter what.
My brother-in-law, sometimes his boss at his job, he's a structural engineer, and sometimes the boss will bring in donuts and they've just got him sitting out there, and he usually winds up taking them home. And, with long past the expiration date of when I would eat a donut, he's like, oh, I eat them. It's like a week later, and I put them in the microwave for 5 seconds, softens them up, and I'm like, that's probably much longer than you're supposed to eat my donut. He doesn't care. Much like he was saying, still gonna eat them.
Yeah, that's it. Still gonna eat it. That's it. Mom and pop donuts shops, where it's at. That's true. Agreed. It is where it's at.
Agreed.
The Amish that live nearby, they do donuts and bakery stuff, and those are, for some reason, I think they're better.
Oh yeah.
No matter what, from like a Tops or a Walmart donut or a Krispy Kreme donut, you go to the Amish, they make it out of ingredients that are just right there, and you're like, yeah.
And I have a feeling that it's probably, and this is a little bit of a tangent, but I have a feeling they care more about the donut than the mass-produced donut. They care about the product, and they want that donut or that bread to be good so that you go back. Whereas if it's a Krispy Kreme, it's like, we got plenty of people coming here. Yeah, I don't really care if you come back.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Terry says we called those day-old donuts dunkers. Yeah, you could dunk it right in your coffee.
Yep, exactly.
Or milk or whatever you dunk it in.
Right.
So I know not everybody drinks coffee.
Yeah.
Amish food is awesome. Yes, Monkey. Amish food is awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of like my whole theory on customer service. I mean, customer service is kind of, I don't know how we were talking about Thanksgiving and now we're over here on customer.
Right.
I don't know
The
what
whole
happened,
food
but
it moved.
it's like most customer service places, they seem annoyed that you're there buying things. And I do appreciate that even like Chick-fil-A, at least they pretend to care, or they have the employees pretend to, thank you very much for coming. And how can I help you? And I mean,
it's my pleasure. Yeah.
I appreciate at least the veil of pretending to care, since I am spending a ton of money. And like you said, everything's more expensive. I would at least like somebody to pretend to want me to buy things from you.
Right. Exactly. I'm totally
even if they
with
don't
you.
really.
Yeah, right. All right, so we got what's everyone's favorite side dish for Thanksgiving? Green bean casserole. Nice. What's your favorite side dish there?
I'm not a green bean fan, and I blame my mom. I was one of those kids that my mom wouldn't let me leave the table until I finished everything that was on my plate.
On the plate,
And so
yeah.
I wasn't a fan of green beans, and I had days where I would sit there. I think my record was around 4 hours, and then she just made me go to bed, that I wasn't going to eat them. So I think it's a mental thing. I don't like the green beans, even though I'm sure that they're good. I just mentally can't make myself eat green beans.
Yeah.
So my favorite side, it's kind of a tie for two, and one's almost a dessert. I like the mashed potatoes with a homemade gravy. I think that gravy goes on like almost everything on my plate. It's fantastic.
Yeah, of course.
And then it's weird because I'm not really a yams guy, but my sister-in-law makes a yam dish that has like melted marshmallows and like crumbled brown sugar and all kinds of stuff. And it you might as well be eating dessert, but it's really good. Both of those are really good.
Yes. I do like the sweet potatoes is what we call them. Yam, sweet potatoes, are same thing, right?
Exactly.
The sweet potato casserole is good. Yeah. That's what I guess that's what mine is the sweet potatoes also.
Yeah.
My wife she puts stuff on it, and it makes it really yummy. Almost like you said, almost like a dessert. And you're like, well, you can't pass it up.
Healthy. You know? It's yams.
Yeah,
no.
Probably not healthy for you, but yeah,
no.
for sure. But yeah, you know, I do like deep fried turkey as the main course. I've heard of people saying, you know, like they would get duck or they would have ham or something like that instead. I don't know. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done like ham or duck or anything else other than turkey on Thanksgiving?
I have done ham. Usually we do like ham at turkey at Thanksgiving and ham at Christmas. But I have done that. My wife's side of the family, they're very big into doing the roasted lamb, where they do it on they cook it for days, where it just sits there and it turns on the spit and it cooks forever.
Yeah, almost like smoking
lamb. Yeah, and I'm not a big lamb fan. It's a little
okay.
I don't know if gamey is the right word, but it's not my favorite meat. I would prefer turkey over that, but her family's from Yugoslavia, and her grandma used to make, it was a tradition that she would make a spaghetti with the turkey. So, and it's like you were saying earlier, it's her own homemade recipe for the sauce, and it has like a little bit of sugar and a bunch of other things. And that's one of the items that were aside. And so her family has kind of carried on that tradition. And so they serve like spaghetti with the turkey and all that kind of stuff. But as far as main signature meats, I probably stick with the turkey when it comes to Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Me too. I got Shawn Monkey said you need to cook bacon and add it to your beans.
There you go.
I'm same as you, buddy. Yeah,
Yeah,
you could. You could do pork and beans instead, or baked beans, or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Now, what do you know? Do you know the difference between pork and beans and baked beans? To me, I think they're the same thing. But
well, I think baked beans is just the bean, and I think pork and I could be wrong. I think pork and beans is where it's where you cut up the hot dog in it, and you do the whole. It's. I grew up super poor in my childhood, and pork and beans was like a staple. It's like it was easy for my mom to put together, and it was just there. It was like pork and beans and peas. Here you go.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Never liked cranberry sauce. Are you kidding me? Love it. Cranberry sauce is pretty good.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan either.
You weren't a fan of that?
Oh, my wife likes it where you just open up the can and you like shake that blob out and you just
and then you cut it in slices.
Yeah, I can't do the cranberry sauce either. I agree.
I don't mind that out of the cranberry sauce. I also don't mind real cranberry sauce when people make it. I like both. But when you have the cranberry sauce, you got to have it with when you eat it, you got to eat it with one of the sides, like a mashed potato or with the turkey, Yeah, it gives it a different flavor and stuff. Yeah, for sure. You got to mix it, All right. You can eat it by itself, but it's better mixed.
Okay. All right.
We had a taco bar
one Christmas. Fantastic.
Oh, there you go. Do a taco bar. Bacon wrapped green beans. It's got bacon fat for flavor. Yeah, that's true. Baked beans don't. Okay.
Yeah, there used to be
unless you put bacon in your baked beans, right? If you put bacon in it.
That sounds fantastic. Also. Yeah, we used to. New Year's Eve was always it would be the dessert bars. That was like the big thing when I was a kid. It was like you had ice cream, and then it would be like every sort of crumbled up cookie thing that you could put on there, and Oreos and Kit Kats and all these things, M&Ms, and you could sprinkle and you make your own sundae bar. But I've never done a taco bar for Thanksgiving, but that sounds good.
Yeah, it does, right?
Yeah,
it does. Who watches the parade from New York City on Thanksgiving? Yeah, it's kind of a thing. My wife does, so she watches it, and I have to kind of go back and forth. And I don't care to watch it, to be honest. But I'm not a parade person, I guess. I don't care watching the parades.
Was it the Thanksgiving or the New Year's? And it could still be a thing, but I remember it was like
Christmas one. You got Christmas.
It was like
too.
HGTV or something, and one of those holiday parades they would give away like some $1 million home. At least they would out here in California. It would be like some huge home, and they would show you the walkthrough, and it would be like, make sure you register at HGTV or whatever was the network that was carrying it. And I was suckered into that, I think, for 2 years, and all it did was, fill my email with spam. I, of course, didn't win it. Right. I mean, I'm not sitting in this $1 million home.
Crossing your fingers.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's like everything else where it's just a scam to steal information so that they can find you and sell you whatever else they want.
Everybody else,
But yeah, I don't remember which one it was, if it was the Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's that had those.
Oh, fun. I guess I never saw that parade. That must have been only a California thing.
It could have.
Because I didn't see any of that part of it. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, we do the Christmas parade too. I don't really watch any of the parades. I don't know why. I just never was I like watching parades like in the town that I'm in or in a different town. I like watching them go by and stuff. I like live parades. But on TV, it doesn't really do anything for me. And I'm like, why? Why?
Up here where I am, the small town outside of Sacramento, they do a light parade. It's the first Saturday of December where they have all the local business and everybody just like puts as many lights as they can on something that drive through with Santa at the end or whatever. And it's about an hour long, and they do it rain,
Yeah.
snow, or sun, and they have all the local businesses advertising things, and it's always, the
Yeah,
newest
that's
garbage
better.
truck covered in
Y-
lights or whatever, and it's like,
Right, right.
but everybody goes and everybody watches, and those are kind of fun. I mean, the New Year's parade, the Rose Parade or whatever that's in
Hmm.
Southern California. I mean, that one's a little different just because, you everything's supposed to be made from plants and roses and flowers, and it's always
Yeah,
interesting to see what they can come up with when it's built out of unusual materials is fun.
yeah, that's true. Uh, there you go. We got a couple people. They've done pasta soup salad bar for Christmas. Yeah, it was a lot less stress. Yeah, sometimes when you cook less stuff or something that's easy, you're right. There's a lot less stress in
Mhm.
any of that. They really need to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Yeah, when you when you sign up for those things. Yeah, of course.
I know.
Here's one. Christmas
Oh, that's a
decorations
good one.
before Thanksgiving or after.
All right,
Too
Dan.
soon is too soon for me, but my other half has me slaving on it.
Yep. So
um,
where are you on that?
where am I on that? I don't mind either way. I think right after Halloween is too soon for Christmas because I've seen people right after Halloween they just set up their Christmas stuff and then that's
Yep.
it. I think that's too early. I don't mind if you do like a day or two before Thanksgiving or a day or two after. That doesn't bother me. I personally, we I'm a little bit on the lazy side, so last year I didn't really decorate much. Like we had a tree and stuff inside, but I didn't really do anything outside or anything like that. So yeah, I'm a humbugger.
Yeah, and the reason I don't really care about the Thanksgiving having the Christmas decorations is I like to let a holiday breathe a little. And
Right,
I I
right.
I mean, if it's if you go inside any retail, if you go inside a Walmart, it's
Yeah,
like 2 weeks before Halloween has even started, they've already got Christmas stuff up, or Home Depot,
right,
and it's like, let's finish one holiday at a time and then
right.
decorate the next.
Yeah, when we
I
were younger, it was
Yeah,
totally not that way. It was totally what was it like a couple weeks before Halloween? They would pull the Halloween stuff out, and then
yeah,
they'd put it away, and then a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, they do the Thanksgiving stuff, and then a couple weeks before Christmas. But now it's like 4 or 5 months before that they pull things out, and you're like, man,
yeah,
we haven't even had Thanksgiving yet, and Christmas stuff is all over the place.
yeah, and
Yeah,
I get it. I mean, I don't have a ton of Thanksgiving decorations. It's not like I have a giant inflatable turkey that I put out in front of my house for
right,
Thanksgiving. And I get that you have a lot of family coming over and you want it decorated and you want to put up the tree and you want a bunch of lights and stuff to have it more festive for Thanksgiving. And I get all of that. I had
right,
a friend in high school that their parents didn't. I mean, they put up some lights and stuff like that, and I can't imagine being these parents, but like the tree and everything else, they were put up so when the kids came downstairs for Christmas morning, all of the decorations were out, the tree was up and all of that, and it's like that seemed insane to me as now a parent going, I don't want to spend my entire Christmas Eve doing the decorations so that when my kids stumble down the stairs, all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, it's a tree." It's like, no, you help me put the ornaments on. I don't want to do it on. I'm not that far into. You have to wait until the 24th to put up the tree, but
right.
let's at least get through that holiday.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
And I'm like you. I understand even the families that want to get together and have a little festivity
sure.
for Thanksgiving. I get that, but
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. You got to kind of separate them a little bit.
but much like Monkey, it's not up to me. I will be putting up Christmas decorations in the next probably day or two. My wife's already drug out the tubs and it's already sitting there, and it's like, okay, here I'm putting all this up. I mean, I know it's coming.
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. Me that I'm more of the guy that's like, yeah, whatever you want to do. Everyone is different.
Exactly.
You know, it's what it is.
Exactly. If anyone in my family has a hard pressed idea of when they want to do it, that's fine with me. I'll like the breeze. I'll just go, that's fine. Whatever you want to do.
Right. Right. Most guys are that way. We're more
Yeah.
nonchalant. You know, women are the ones that are like going crazy over stuff.
Yeah.
Not all women.
She has a schedule of when she wants things, and for me, I don't care, so I'm happy to do whatever. Right.
She's looking for. Yeah. Yeah. It's after Thanksgiving for holiday decorations. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also had friends
after Thanksgiving.
Yep. I had friends that used to do I can't remember what they called it, Janumus or something. They had like where they would go and they would put up more decorations in January after Christmas because they would go to all the 50% off sales, and then they would just go nuts with the decorations. It's like, where was this before Christmas? What
happened? Yeah.
So crazy.
Terry says she lets kids decorate. Daughter already had them started after Halloween. Yeah, see,
that's fine. Again,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's funny. I get depressed if holiday stuff comes out before Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, they do though. They do.
Oh yeah.
Yes, let's have Halloween breathe longer than one exhale. Yep.
Agreed.
I looked out on holiday R2D2. It's the only reason why I'm ready for it early.
I cannot be more jealous.
Now, are you looking in the Home Depots, or are you just going online?
There are probably within my house, within my area, there are maybe 15 to 20 Home Depots, and I have been to every one of them once every 2 weeks, and I have not even seen an R2D2 in the wild, and online they're not available. So I'm hoping next year, because it was like that a couple years ago with the Stormtrooper. You couldn't find it anywhere, and now they're everywhere. So I'm hoping that eventually happens with the R2D2, but I was not able to get one, and I really wanted to get one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
definitely would be cool to have an R2D2. Everybody seems that they want one. So
yeah. And my question for Monkey is, I've seen a lot of people saying that the one that they got when they got the R2D2 was broken. And my question is, are you leaving the lights on and stuff, or are you going to mod it and take all of that off so that you can use it year round?
Yeah, right. That's a good question.
Just curious.
Have to see what he says. Yeah. Let's see here. But before we do that, let's go through the rest of these. Always rush through autumn season. Love the red and orange colors. Yeah,
exactly. Agreed.
They always do, but the red and orange in fall are nice. Having kids decorated last year. One tree had all ornaments, front, back. It was bare. It was good with it. Yeah, that's good.
And I agree with the autumn colors. You wind up, and I agree, because you go from like the oranges and purples of Halloween to immediately into the red and greens of Christmas, and you just kind of skip over the fall colors. And I agree with that.
Yeah. Monkey says, happy wife, happy life. That's what they say.
Yep.
Go Griswold. That's right. That's what we got to do. Everything all in one extension cord. You exactly. Watch everything blow out. It's like you guys know my wife. My youngest son watches the outside house light up scene over and over. He thinks it's hilarious.
That's one of the bucket list of
Griswold. Yeah.
Every year that movie gets rewatched and Scrooged, and there's like a couple watch every year.
Oh yeah, A Christmas Story is one of the top favorites. You know, and they start playing those right on Thanksgiving, don't they? Thanksgiving Day, they start playing Christmas movies, and then that goes all the way through, I think.
And it's again to woe is me about my childhood. It was that appointment television. It was always kind of fun as a kid to have to remember on the 15th we have to be watching so that on CBS we can watch, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and you had to and it's like now my kids are like, fast forward through the commercials or when it's like, okay, all right.
Right.
Just not the same.
Right. There you go. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yeah.
Agreed.
The first one is, anyways.
Yeah.
The other one's not so much.
No, but definitely agree.
We don't do a tree, but we garland around the room and hang out ornaments on it. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't have to do a tree. Who needs a tree? How do you celebrate in California? Ever get snow?
So California,
it's kind of like Florida.
I was gonna say it depends on where you are in California.
Okay.
You know, the closer you get to the beach, you're not gonna get snow, but I'm about an hour away from ski resorts, so we'll sometimes get snow.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. When I was living in Florida, they don't get snow. And everybody does Christmas pretty much the same way, I think. They put up lights all the time and they do stuff and celebrate it, you know, in little towns nearby, or they do it in the city, and they have the little sprinkle lights that go, meow, meow, meow.
Sure.
You know, yeah, it's nice. It's different, you know. It's definitely different seeing a palm tree with Christmas lights than seeing a pine tree with Christmas lights, you know.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I liked it. I would move back to Florida if I could, but you know, I got family members here, so I think I'll be staying here for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I can go visit anytime I feel like, I guess. Save up some money. Say
Southern California is
adios,
the same thing. Southern California has a lot of palm trees with lights on it and that kind of stuff too.
Yeah. Oh, here's his answer. He did mod it for some fixes for issues with the head wobble and hollow projector.
Nice.
Leave the Xmas lights on, but it's definitely for year round, and the same with the Stormtrooper. Yeah.
Definitely. My plan, if I wind up getting a Stormtrooper, which is on my Christmas list, my plan is to make it one of the remnant troopers from the Mandalorian, the first season, where they
there you go,
tipped up, that kind of have a little bit of a sand trooper look. I was trying to debate whether to do sand trooper or to do the remnant trooper, but I think I would do the remnant trooper if I wind up getting it.
Okay, very cool.
That's my plan anyway.
Right. No, how is your room build coming in the one room there?
I've been doing a lot of movie prop work, so I haven't gotten too far on it. The next thing I want to do is do you ever look at it and go, oh, maybe I'll do like an hour's worth of work and just walk away afterwards or anything like that? Yeah, my plan. So I have two different things that I'm working on. I am doing. This is going to be super boring. I'm doing Clever 3D Studios. They had a really great Boba Fett helmet that they were promoting. And it's a helmet that Mystery Makers had wound up making. And it's kind of like a cross between Boba Fett and a World War II soldier. It has like the top of it is like, and so I'm coming up with an entire costume that's a time traveling Boba Fett that winds up going back in time and winds up in a battlefield that used to be from World War II and has to reassemble his outfit based on whatever he can find.
Oh, okay.
So I'm working on that, and I'm also working on a Galaxy's Edge like entrance into my workspace where I'm going to do rock walls and all kinds of panels and things with a Star Wars like door to go into it. And that's
cool.
Those are the things that are not movie related that I'm currently working on.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So that Boba Fett thing that you just explained, is that going to be like a costume you're going to wear, or is that just going to be like for show, basically?
Nah, I don't know.
You know? Okay. No, I was just wondering. Yeah, I was just wondering that.
It will be wearable, but
okay.
I have a problem where I get a little sidetracked, so I didn't want to explain it where I just explained it to you. I wanted to build a story, and I couldn't figure out how to build that story, so I made terrible marionette puppets, and I spent like 3 weeks making a little film with a marionette Boba Fett that winds up falling into the sandworm and anyway, I wound up spending way too much time on the backstory, and I haven't even started the actual project I'm supposed to be working on. So anyway.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Lady says, costume, do it. Do it as a costume. Yeah. That'd be great. Mando Sand Trooper. Awesome. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I like that. That's a great idea though. You know, just mashing it up, and I see a lot of mashups lately with like cosplayers and stuff. They like, because they take whatever they like and then they just kind of just put it together, and you're like, man, that's pretty. It's funny how no one's thought of certain things like it before. You know, It's like, that's cool. I like that mashup, especially when you're looking at it and you're like, oh yeah, I like that franchise and I like that franchise.
Exactly.
That's so cool. You know. So
exactly, and there's, I mean, my build room is I won't bore you with the story, but I have a whole backstory as to what my build room is and how I want it to look. And I've since kind of changed it because there are so many different franchises that could be in the same time space where, it could be, Star Wars, it could be Aliens, it could be, and so I like to try and mash as many of those together to pretend they're all in that same time period. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I did a drawing a few years back. It's not even finished, but it was Star Wars, Ghostbusters, and Turtle mashup, all three together in one scene. Like in one Star Wars scene. So I was like, so I do need to finish it so everybody can see it because it's kind of cool. It's not terrible, but it's not like I'm not the best artist either. So I got to find somebody who's better than me to kind of take my idea and my drawing and make it better,
and do the next version of it.
Yeah, that's right. That's it.
Yep.
Got to have a backstory. That's right. You got to have backstory to anything that you do, right?
Exactly.
Cosplay blends between two movies or franchises is awesome. That's so true. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got merchandise, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I got quite a bit behind me. Ghostbusters, Turtles.
Yeah.
I do have Star Wars somewhere up over on this side.
I think it looks like a trooper behind your head. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, there's a trooper behind me. Spaceballs. Well, not quite Spaceballs. It does say inside the booth flamethrower. So Dan does amazing Captain Hook. I do have a Captain Hook. I do. Now that's something I don't think a lot of people have dived into as much. Now, I could be wrong because I don't hang out with all the piratey people. I hang out with more of like the Star Warsy nerds instead.
Yep.
But Captain Hook to me is not as popular. But of course, if I hung out with a bunch of piratey type people with Jack Sparrow and those type of people, they probably would have a Captain Hook in their little realm,
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it, so for me, I like it.
Agreed.
Yeah. Working on a cockpit for a space flight. Oof, it's crazy. Yeah. Monkey, I'm guessing, is Dan on Facebook there.
Okay.
Dan Nelson. And he showed me a few of his room build stuff, and I think it's pretty cool. Maybe we can have him on as a guest next time, and he can talk to us and show us his stuff.
I'd love to see photos of that.
Yeah, for sure. I've got the exhausted and overstimulated mom cosplay down to a T. That's right. Ooh, shout out. Yes. I gave you a shout out. Yeah. Well, we're already at an hour. Okay. Well, man, I didn't even think we would have much to talk about, but we just kept going, and
It
went
was
from
a whole lot of
Thanksgiving
talk
to
about
food
dessert.
and yeah, right, and dessert and more food, and then somehow into cosplay and
Yeah,
room
who knows?
builds, and yeah, fun. So in a couple of minutes here, we're gonna be saying goodbye. I did a cosplay mashup of Ripley from Aliens and Ghostbusters this
Nice.
year. Oh, that's cool. It was epic. Yes, had the
I love
motion
that.
sensor on an app via my iPhone. Strapped that sucker to my Ghostbuster proton pack wand. Oh, that is cool. I'll have to see that. She's on Facebook, so I'll have to see if I can find those pictures. That'd be cool. Most people do pictures anyways when
Oh,
they're
yeah.
out on cosplaying and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah, anything else you want to share before we head out there, Shawn?
Nope. All good.
Oh man, look at that. All right. There's one thing I didn't do that we don't even have a video for anymore because this is free StreamYard. If anybody wants to, I think there's still a banner. Yeah. If anybody likes what we do here and they love what we talk about or whatever, you can go to a merch shop and buy some merchandise. insidetheboothreviews.com/shop, and you can buy some. I got a neck gaiter on today. You can buy a neck gaiter, t-shirts, hats, mugs. Mugs are fun, and that's a good way to help support us here on YouTube. And another way, actually the best way to do it, is to like, subscribe, and ding the bell button so you get notified for next time we go live or post a video.
Yep.
Haven't been posting as much as I wanted to this year, or this summer, I should say. But it's, summer's almost over with, so I'll probably do a little bit more since winter time is here and I won't be outside as much. So I'll do a little more of this stuff. Awesome time. Thanks, Monkey. Thank you. We did great. And yeah, thank you, Shawn, for being here. And for those of you that don't know, Shawn has a YouTube channel called Try to Finish Something. Go ahead, check his stuff out. Some of them are a little bit older. I don't know how new you've updated, but even his old stuff is awesome, guys. Go check it out. It's fun to watch these room build guys just build stuff even 10, 20 years ago. So it's fun, inspiring. Thanks for being here, Shawn.
Thank you.
Everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. We appreciate you guys, all of you guys and gals, and I'm glad you were here. Thanks for sharing some of your evenings with us. You're welcome. Thanks for being here and sharing your evening watching us. Glad I could chat and hear all your stories and thoughts. Yes, sometimes our stories and thoughts are out of this world.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys. And there is no goodbye song anymore, and there is no goodbye countdown. So we're just here to say goodbye right now. So thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for showing up. Shawn, thanks again for being here. We thank you guys and hope to see everybody again next month. So it's the last Tuesday of every month is the review show. So next month, and of course I will post and send out invites then as well. So thanks. Have a good night. Thank you, Shawn.
Of course. Thanks.
And goodbye, everybody.